Namaste and welcome viewers to a brand new episode of Mirror Prime. And of course, we're talking about the Champions Trophy. What a spectacle it promises to be, or rather, should I say, what a construction site it promises to be. Well, let's talk about Pakistan's grand preparations. The PCB has been working absolutely tirelessly, or at least that's what they claim, to renovate three stadiums. Three stadiums is all that they have to offer for the Champions Trophy. And they say that all the three stadiums will be ready on time. Now, this is not renovation. It's a race against time and looks like time is winning by an innings and 200 runs. PCB chief Mohsin Naqvi just a few minutes ago assured us that everything is on track. The same way your friend says that he's leaving home while he's still absolutely not ready. This is how PCB is talking to the fans and the media today. Sure, the Gaddafi Stadium will be inaugurated by February 7 with all the lights hopefully working. But Karachi and Rawalpindi. Now, Mohsin Naqvi says that the finishing touches on these two stadiums will continue even after the tournament. Let that sink in. A global ICC event will be played in stadiums that are still not entirely at their best. And then there's the ICC, who's been watching this circus unfold like a confused umpire. ICC CEO as well has resigned. And of course, who would want to stick around to explain why Pakistan's stadium look like they have been hit by a googly from Mother Nature herself? Let's not forget India, the real MVP, as they say today. They've decided to play all their matches in Dubai. A very smart move. Now, people say that India decided to play outside of Pakistan because of security reasons. But if you look closely, it looks like Pakistan really gave an opportunity to India. India did not want to risk stepping into Pakistan soil. Why would you do that when you can enjoy the luxury of a proper cricketing stadium in Dubai? Meanwhile, Pakistan's cricket fans are also wondering if they'll be able to watch cricket or a live episode of Extreme Makeover, the stadium edition. And even as we count down to the tournament, one big question remains. Will Pakistan pull off a miracle and ensure world-class stadiums? Or will we witness the first ever Champions Trophy played in stadiums that look even worse than Tier 2 stadiums in Ranji Trophy cricket? Joining us right now, our guest on the panel, Bimal Soni, former manager, Indian cricket team, Chander Shekhar Luthra, senior sports journalist, and Ashraf Chaudhry, who's a sports journalist from Pakistan. Ashraf ji, namaste. Let's start with our guest today.
नमस्ते जी नमस्ते
What's happening in
बहुत
Pakistan?
शुक्रिया
What's the latest update?
चंद्रशेखर साहब हमारे भाई हमारे साथ मौजूद है तो आप सबको
Absolutely.
सबका
Hopefully, we
स्वागत
have a
किया
good
जाता है
discussion, Ashraf ji. And I really want you to be honest about what's happening in Pakistan today because there are multiple reports coming in right now. There are photos coming in. And as a cricket fan today, it does not inspire even a bit of confidence. I don't think Pakistan will be offering world-class stadium. Will there be cricket? Yes, stadiums will be ready. But will it be world-class? I don't think so.
First of all, thank you very much to invite in your channel. Today is the last day of the deadline given by PCB. Now, today I am just coming back from the stadium, and there is all work is okay and done, and Gaddafi Stadium is ready to host. Not
All right, so there seems to be some issue there as far as Ashraf Chaudhry is concerned. Again, a glitchy network, just like the construction work that's happening at the stadiums there. But meanwhile, let's also get in our guest here. Bimal Soni, who's a former Indian manager. Bimal ji, now, what do you make of this absolute mess that it looks like? Now, PCB released a video on social media to assure fans that the stadiums are ready. And if you look close to that, if you look closely, I'll ask my team to play out those videos. If you look closely, you see concrete mixers, cranes, and a lot of other stuff there, construction materials still lying. We are just 3 weeks away from the tournament. What's happening?
Well, what I am seeing from your photos, I don't know what's the actual situation, but I think a lot of work is required. If they work 24 hours and clear up this mess, even then the stadium will not look as it should look, green and cricket familiar. But of course, when you go at that place, then only you can see the exact place. But of course, the stands are ready, but I don't know what will happen to the ground conditions. I hope the wickets are good and the outfield is okay. Behind the outfield, if you have a lot of things remaining, we can still stand that. We can water it on the day of the match. But if things are not construction-wise okay, then I think we are heading for a disaster. That is my
Absolutely.
opinion.
In fact, Chander Shekhar
Like what I
Luthra,
can
you're
see
looking at the
from your
visuals there.
photos.
A lot of those visuals are the latest visuals, not more than a week ago, not more than 3-4 days ago. And even if you look at what's happening right now, it does not inspire a lot of confidence. How do you look at what's panning out? Because even if Pakistan does manage to get everything ready on time, doesn't look like it'll be world class.
Well, I think let's have faith in the PCB authorities. If they are saying they will hand it over by Feb 7th or so, so let's give them a chance. And it's not a first time that we are seeing pictures like this. I know a lot of things how unprepared we were during the Commonwealth Games. I remember the very last day, all these stadiums were furnished and there were facilities were given at the very last moment. So it's not a first thing or something. And I still remember that 2004 match in Firozshah Kotla. And if you compare Gaddafi Stadium redo work with the Firozshah Kotla, let me tell you, this is the world-class stadium which they are making, just like Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. And Delhi was a very poor copy of what it should be for any cricket. It's like a car parking in Delhi. And despite all their efforts, Musharraf Saab, their president, was coming. Our prime minister was to meet him in the stadium, and we were all welcoming him. There were a lot of work to be done, till the very last evening. There was green paint was put on the outfield just to make it look green. And you can even see the stadium, the kind of stadium they have come up with, the third class, poor copy of any good stadium. So these things keep happening. And Pakistan, it's not a very, rich state, or it is not something, that you can expect something like US stadiums or Australian stadium. You can't compare it with them. But yes, what they are doing, it's a very fantastic stadium they are trying to make. And I hope it should be done by that time.
Absolutely. Chandraji, the problem is there, of course, there's nobody's doubting the effort, but the problem is they're still trying to make it 3-4 weeks before the tournament actually starts. I believe Ashraf Chaudhry joins us back. Ashraf ji, now a lot of fans are asking this question. This is a serious question now. 2021, I believe, is when Pakistan got the hosting rights for the Champions Trophy. It's been 3 to 4 years now. What was the PCB doing? Even now, 3 weeks from the tournament, we're still talking about when the stadium will be handed out, whether it's ready or not. आज seats ठीक हुए हैं, कल लाइटें ठीक होंगी, आज seats का ये हुआ है. What is going on in Pakistan? You were given the contract, you were given the hosting rights in 2021.
Don't worry. When your tournament is here, you see all things are okay. We are ready to host every international matches. These are pictures you showing on your TV. These are very old videos. I give you fresh videos.
One second,
in
Ashraf
your
ji, we are
next
playing out
program.
visuals.
You
One
will
second.
telecast- You will
One second,
telecast that
Ashraf ji,
videos.
one second. I'll ask my team to play out the video that PCB put out yesterday. This is from the official PCB handle. You see concrete mixers. You look at the screens right now. You see concrete mixers. You see crane. You see a lot of construction equipment. How is this ready? How is this a ready stadium just 3 weeks away? I totally understand you will somehow get it ready. You'll do some patchwork. You'll do this or that. But how is this a ready stadium?
Just you answer me, how many days for the international matches, yeah, Champions Trophy matches? Before the Champions Trophy matches, Pakistan hosts three nation series. 8 February, first match played in Lahore, and you will see everything okay, and mostly very big fans coming in the stadiums. And when you raise any question if a stadium is not ready. This is old pictures.
Ashraf ji,
Our
when was the deadline?
stadiums are
Ashraf ji,
ready.
one second. Mr. Ashraf Chaudhry, when was the deadline to hand over the stadium to the ICC?
12 February. 12 February.
It was 31st. It was today.
No.
That is the revised.
No.
That is the revised of the revised deadline. That deadline was
This is-
today. The
this is-
stadiums were to be handed over to the ICC today.
It is not decided PCB. It is decided ICC. They are took over our stadiums on 12th February. Not PCB decided. It decided ICC. And Champions Trophy opening
ICC decided
ceremony
it because
held
they looked at
in
your
16th
stadiums
February.
and they realized that okay, there's nothing ready. All right, let's also start getting in. Let's also start getting in our callers now. Mr. Ravi from Bengaluru joins us. Ravi, go ahead.
Hi, good evening, Ashish. This is Ravi from Bangalore. I mean, there's no point in pestering Pakistan in asking them whether the stadiums are ready or not. Pakistan is a failed state. They are a rogue state. They do not have money. Okay. Now, while I agree that there are some genuine cricket fans in Pakistan, like India, I think the PCB, the Pakistan Cricket Board, and the general public who are really cricket fans their hands are tied because simply the government does not have money. Simply the PCB is bankrupt. Whatever little money they get, they just divert it to bullets instead of buying cricket ball, okay, and bat. And there's a lot of things which are going on in PCB. There's a racist action which is happening. They don't respect their coaches, and nobody is ready to come to coach Pakistan team. I mean, there are some genuine talent there, but people are helpless there because I would blame basically the order of the state where the government does not have money and they do not have intent to promote
Absolutely,
these
the
sports.
authorities
They do
have to
not
act. It's the
intent to.
responsibility of the authorities to ensure that everything is ready on time. Fans really have no say. Raman from Mumbai joins us. Raman, go ahead. All right, we seem to have lost a line there, but also very interesting point there, Chander, because this is what the fans have to say now. All right, we understand that the PCB might have some issues and there are genuine financial constraints as well, and they're trying their best to host this particular tournament. What's the ICC doing? Why is the ICC sitting around on the fence watching this circus play out and not stepping in at the last second? Now the ICC CEO is also resigning just when he was about to be asked the questions about the Champions Trophy and the preparedness. So ICC here clearly has absolutely no say.
And you got to question also Mr. Jay Shah. He's the ICC chairman right now. He should also own some kind of responsibility. Let's not get into all these kind of things. My point is, there is a deadline that is now being fixed, whatever, Feb 7th or Feb 12th. So let's give time till then. But the real question is, what is ICC doing by in managing of this affairs of Champions Trophy? They can't force Indian captain to go there for
Correct.
the photo shoot. They can't. Obviously, they did not force or they did not want Indian team to visit there because of the political compulsions of Mr. Jaisha and his family and his father. Point is, there are so many cricketing things we can, apart from cricketing things that we can question. But right now, the question is whether there should be a cricket in Gaddafi Stadium or not. And I believe there will be a cricket. Maybe some seats or maybe some area could be incompleted, and that can be obviously covered up. Or we have seen so many times when a particular side of a stadium was covered by black or the white sheets in order to hide the incompletion there. So these are the things. These things keep happening. But the point is that whosoever the caller was, he was very right. Pakistan is a failed state. Do we have to discuss this? Pakistan has issues with monetary issues. That is there. But the point is their effort. They are trying to do that, and nobody else is helping their cause. In fact, there are so many other controversies, which is related to cricket, and we should be discussing that. And I think this is a baseless thing unless and until they fail in delivering their promises. Otherwise, there is no point of discussing it. Discuss
That's
how
the that's
Jaisha
the
has failed as
that's
a
the
chairman
that's that's
of
the trouble.
ICC. Discuss
That's the
how Jaisha has
That's the
not
trouble,
been able
Chandrasekhar
to
Luthra. There are
pursue the
multiple
Indian team.
aspects to this.
That's
It's
the
not
point.
just about the PCB, it's also about the responsibility of the ICC.
Yes,
When exactly does
absolutely.
ICC step in? Now, Ashraf Chaudhry, I believe you have a point to make as well here because Mohsin Naqvi, now you told me you just came back from the Gaddafi Stadium. It is absolutely ready. Mohsin Naqvi now says that the National Stadium in Karachi and Rawalpindi Stadium will still require some final touches after the tournament as well. What's happening there?
Yes,
Are you asking me?
if you don't mind, I answered you in Hindi.
Ji,
If you
ji, go
don't
ahead.
mind.
Ashraf ji, go ahead.
Uh, सबसे पहले मैं बताऊं कि जो मोहसिन नकवी ने कराची के नेशनल स्टेडियम के मुतालिक जो बोला है, वो ये बोला है कि वहां पर फाइनल टचिंग है। देखिए फाइनल टचिंग तो आपको पता है इतना बड़ा स्टेडियम गिरा के बनाना कोई आसान काम नहीं था। ये मोहसिन नकवी ने जो काम किया है 18 माह का काम जो है वो 6 माह की
बट
क्लीन
अशरफ जी
मुद्दत में
4 साल भी
मुकम्मल।
तो थे। अशरफ जी अब
नहीं
फैंस
4 साल
बोलेंगे चार
पहले
साल भी थे।
चेयरमैन,
बहुत
4
बड़ा काम है,
साल
बिल्कुल
पहले
मानते हैं, लेकिन
चेयरमैन
चार।
पीसीबी मोहसिन नकवी नहीं थे। 4 साल पहले मोहसिन नकवी चेयरमैन पीसीबी नहीं थे। और जब उन्होंने चार्ज संभाला, उन्होंने देखा कि हमने इतना बड़ा करना है। देखें इसमें जितनी मर्जी तनकीद
लेकिन
कर लें,
लेकिन अशरफ
जब
जी, नो
आपको
डिसरेस्पेक्ट, Ashraf ji, no disrespect. Now, how does this argument hold true? You are saying that yes, Pakistan took on the responsibility, but no, Mohsin Naqvi
नहीं,
was
अभी
not there.
आप
Now,
अभी आप
tomorrow
अभी
Mohsin Naqvi will resign. Tomorrow or day after, फिर आप बोलेंगे कि नहीं, the new PCB chairman wants the tournament in Multan. अब मुल्तान में कराएंगे, मुल्तान में और एक स्टेडियम बनाएंगे. Doesn't work like that. If the PCB has taken
ऐसा
responsibility,
नहीं होता,
doesn't
ऐसा
matter. I
नहीं
don't care
होता।
who's the PCB chairman. Only thing I care is Pakistan. So you are saying basically Pakistan में politics is prioritized over cricket. That's what you're saying.
सिर्फ अगर आप मेरी बात सुनेंगे तो फिर आपको इस चीज़ें भी पता चल जाएगी। मैं उन सहाफ़ियों में नहीं सी हूँ जो मदह सराई करते हैं, जो सिर्फ कह सकते हैं तारीफों के पुल नहीं बांध सकता। मैं कहता हूँ कि वाकई मोहसिन नकवी ने कुछ काम करके दिखाया। मैं 30 साल से स्पोर्ट्स जर्नलिज्म कर रहा हूँ पाकिस्तान में। पाकिस्तान के सबसे बड़े जो ओल्डेस्ट न्यूज़पेपर नवाए वक्त के साथ मैं 25 साल से बता रहा। 4 साल से मैं टीवी चैनल्स के साथ हूँ। तो मेरी मेरी एक लंबी एसोसिएशन है इन इन खेलों के मैदानों के साथ। अगर आप कहें तो मैं वो ट्रू सच वाली बात कहूँगा, चाहे किसी को बुरा लगे। आप लोग दिखा रहे हैं कंक्रीट का वो खड़ा है, ट्रक खड़ा है, दूसरे लोग खड़े हैं। अगर आज अभी इसी वक्त आप किसी को भी आप वहां पर भेजें कज़ाफी स्टेडियम में अगर आपको वहां पर अंदर एक लिफाफा भी नजर आ गया, फिर मुझे कहिएगा कि चौधरी साहब आप झूठ बोलते हैं। ठीक है, वो मुकम्मल जब आप किसी घर बनाते हैं, आप अपना घर बनाएंगे तो वहां पर रेत बजरी सब कुछ आएगा या ऊपर से वो सब कुछ गैब से आ जाएगा। वहां पर पड़ा था लेकिन अब नहीं है।
लेकिन
तमाम काम
लेकिन
मुकम्मल
अशरफ
हो
जी,
गया।
द होल
हम
पॉइंट इज
होस्टिंग के लिए
द
तैयार हैं।
स्टेडियम्स
दूसरी
शुड हैव बीन रेडी।
एक और बात पे मेरे जो
लास्ट
गिला है,
लास्ट लास्ट
एक
मिनट तक क्यों जा
एक
रहा है
और
ये सब?
अब मैं जो हमने टाइम फ्रेम तय किया था 31 जनवरी आई थी। आज स्टेडियम को उन्होंने पीसीबी के हवाले कर दिया, जो कंस्ट्रक्शन कंपनी थी उन्होंने कर दिया। और बाहर से भी जो रोड वर्क है, जो पार्क एंड हार्टिकल्चर्स हैं, उन्होंने भी सारी ग्राउंड के चारों तरफ जो घास है पौधे हैं वो लगा दिए हैं। मैं इंशाल्लाह सुबह आपको उसकी वीडियो भी भेजूंगा। जो बरूनी मंजर आप कह रहे हैं ना, वो भी आप मुझसे सुबह ले लीजिएगा। वो एक्सक्लूसिव होगी आपकी और सारी चीजें आपकी। दूसरी बात, मैं सबसे पहले तो ये एतराज मेरा है कि पाकिस्तान को फाइनेंशियली मसला नहीं है। ठीक है, ये जो बात कही जा रही है कि पाकिस्तान के पास पैसे नहीं है, देखिए पैसे ना होते तो ये 12-13 अरब रुपए के जो प्रोजेक्ट हैं ये मुकम्मल ना हो पाते। रावलपिंडी स्टेडियम को हमने बनाना था, वो नहीं बनाया, वो यूं का त्यों है। सिर्फ वहां पर सीटिंग की कैपेसिटी 5000 एक्सेस की गई है। इसी तरह जो नेशनल स्टेडियम कराची की अगर आप बात करते हैं तो वहां पर एक साइड पर एक नई फॉरेन बिल्डिंग बनाई गई है, जो प्लेयर्स का नया ड्रेसिंग रूम होगा। और आप लोग जब आए यहाँ पर देखें, पाकिस्तान की हॉस्पिटैलिटी देखें, पाकिस्तान के ये वेन्यूज देखेंगे, आप खुद
बट अशरफ जी,
मानेंगे।
हम तो खेल ही
लेकिन
नहीं रहे वहां
क्योंकि
पे।
सर
इंडियन टीम जब
क्योंकि
आएगी
मैं
तब
कह रहा
आएगी,
हूँ
अभी तो
सरहद
खेल
के
नहीं रही है।
पार
बट
से,
एट द एंड ऑफ द डे,
देखिए
बिमल
सरहद के
जी,
पार से
हाउ डज
बैठकर
हिस,
बात करना
लेट मी
बड़ा
also
आसान
get
है।
in Bimal Soni
अगर
ji here.
2011
Let's
2011
also
के
get in
अगर
Bimal
वर्ल्ड
Soni
कप
ji
की
here. Bimal
बात
Soni
करें,
ji, how do you think this affects the psyche of the players?
नहीं
Because at
2011
the
की
end of
अगर
the day,
वर्ल्ड
when you
कप की
look at
बात
all
करें
this,
उस वक्त
when you look
आपको
at
भी
all
एक
this, how do you
स्टेडियम
think it
को
affects the
से
team
मैच को
management?
शिफ्ट करना पड़ा था, वो स्टेडियम कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ था। देखिए ऐसी
अशरफ जी,
बातें
एक
ना
सेकंड
करें,
सर
दूसरों को भी
आई
प्यार
रियली
बोलने
से
वन
दीजिए।
थिंग
दूसरों
टू
वाली
से
बातें
अशरफ
करें।
जी, आराम से। Mr. Ashraf Chaudhary, okay, totally understand that
Ashraf
Pakistan
ji,
will have Champions Trophy in the next few days. Totally understand. Let Bimal Soni ji is here also. Let him also speak.
ओ यस,
sir, I am in the organization of cricket matches for last 30-40 years. What I have to say is, चाहे पाकिस्तान हो, वो लास्ट मिनट में काफ़ी काम करते हैं, नॉर्मल वर्क से 3 गुना काम करते हैं। और मैं ये जानता हूं कि क्रिकेट पाकिस्तान में आज सालों से है. दे नो उनको कैसा स्टेडियम ठीक करना पड़ेगा, कैसे कीमोफ्लाज करना पड़ेगा. अगर वहाँ ग्राउंड तो अच्छा होना चाहिए, विकेट्स अच्छे होने चाहिए और प्लेयर्स फैसिलिटीज अच्छी होनी चाहिए. वो मैं सोचता हूँ होंगी. अगर स्टेडियम में कुछ काम रह भी गया है, जैसे मेरे साथी ने कहा कि हमने नया स्टेडियम बनाना था पर टाइम नहीं था इसलिए नहीं किया. आई थिंक Pakistan government, Pakistan board, they know their responsibility to ICC. And ICC should inspect at least week or 10 days before. And if they find कि ये काम नहीं होगा, so they could still shift the matches to India or Sri Lanka or even to other grounds in Pakistan. But मैं ये चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी तो होनी है, पाकिस्तान होस्ट है. इतनी सी चीज में अपन क्या है, पाकिस्तान के पास पैसे नहीं है और पाकिस्तान का प्रेसिडेंट क्रिकेट कैप्टन रहा हुआ है, उससे ज्यादा और कौन जानता है क्रिकेट स्टेडियम्स के बारे में. ही मे बी इन ऑपोजिशन बट आई थिंक पाकिस्तान नोज व्हाट दे हैव टू डू एंड इफ दे आर नॉट एबल टू डू देन इट्स एन इंसल्ट टू देयर क्रिकेटिंग नॉलेज and to their cricketing fraternity who have been running the show for last 50-60 years. So I think हो सकता है
absolutely
they may not
Bimalji.
be having the
I think the
standard
biggest
of
insult would be
USA
to the
or
Pakistani
Britain,
cricket fans who really want to enjoy some good
Australia.
cricket, but because of politics, because of whatever reason, that could potentially not happen. But one only hopes that the tournament goes on well, and of course India will be playing in Dubai at much better stadiums hopefully, and we'll of course be cheering for India as well. Chander Shekhar Luthra, Bimal Soni and Ashraf Chaudhary, really appreciate you joining us on the broadcast here for this very interesting and insightful discussion. And viewers, on that note, it's a wrap on this edition of the broadcast. Lots more lined up on the other side. Stay tuned.